Welcome to Declan's News in a Nutshell, your go-to source for concise and insightful roundup of the latest headlines. Queenslanders will be going to the polls on Saturday, October the 26th. Current polls showed Premier Stephen Miles with a 6% increase as preferred Premier. The polls show Labor with 45% and Coalition 42%. Labor promises to deliver on these key promises: cost of living support, energy, and housing crisis. Liberals say if elected they will focus on these key issues, improving the youth crime crisis, hospitals and housing. This week hundreds of vital Qantas engineers have gone on strike, which has affected major airports across Australia. This industrial action occurred during peak travel times. Engineers are seeking a new enterprise agreement and a 15% increase in pay for the first year, then followed by a 5% increase for following years. This week, the Victorian government announced it will build 50 high-density housing development zones to combat the housing crisis. These will be built with easy access to train and tram stations, with the first 25 housing developments being built in suburbs, including Armidale, Toorak, Malvern, Hawthorn and Brighton. The location of the other 25 housing developments are to be announced by the end of the year as part of Plan Victoria, the government's growth strategy for the state. The Premier said this plan would allow more young people the opportunity to rent or buy a place that is directly connected to public transport. The Victorian opposition has criticised the lack of consultation with local residents concerned it will change the dynamic of their communities. The Australian Border Force and the Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry are joining with Qantas to trial the Australian Travel Declaration (ATD). This aims to be a digital alternative to the current paper incoming passenger card at border control. Passengers can save time by using their smart device to scan their declaration pass. Currently, this is being used on Qantas flights from New Zealand into Brisbane for some eligible passengers, with the hope of a wider rollout with more airlines and countries. That's a wrap for today's edition of Declan's News in a Nutshell.